What's going on, guys? Bricks in the hood. Check what I got today. It's ALF, Alien Life Form, Ultimate action figure. Now, the show was probably in the 80s, late 80s, mid 80s maybe, but I don't remember watching it in the 80s. I watched this show in the early 90s and when it got to the end of it, but I got this figure today and can't wait to open him up. Now, the box, the box looks amazing. The outline here, just Alf himself. This box was probably, it's a something that you would see in the 80s. This is more of a, I guess, the animated type box, but as you can see here, you got the figure, Alf himself, the cat sub sandwich. You got this cat here. Maybe they try to make the cat look like Lucky, but not too sure if this is Lucky or not. You got him in the back. I like how they had that comic book style. Me show for my own products. No problem. Tells you what it has, what it includes. The fabric shirt, cat sandwich, soda can, sunglasses, ham radio, popcorn bowl, bag of slime balls, picture frame, and interchangeable hands. You got this right here, says Alf. Alf crash landed through the roof of the Tanner family's garage and square into the hearts and homes of America's television viewers. This short, furry alien life form quickly surprised everyone with his perfect English, urbane with unusual customs and habits. So here you go. Here you got Alf with the sunglasses. Now, let's open them up and see what we got here. And there you go. You got Alf on the side there, eating some popcorn, drinking, supposed to be Pepsi, but it says Fusco or Fusco. And you got Alf right here. Sorry about the light, but we are going to open him up. And let's see what we got. So here he is, opened up. Haven't really taken anything out yet, but as you can see, a little close up of the accessories. You got the popcorn, you got the Pepsi Cola bottle, you got the slime balls, you got Alf himself, you got the cat in the sandwich, you got his recorder there, his accessories. But give me a second, I'm gonna cut open these elastic bands and we'll get to it. And don't forget, you get his shirt in the back there. Alright, so here you go. Let's start off with Alf himself, the main man, the reason why I got this figure and the reason why many of us are going to get this figure. So let's take a look at him. Detail on this looks amazing. I'm not going to lie. They have some, black wash around his fur there, which makes it look nice. Makes the fur stand out even more. But let's go with his head. Look at the detail on that. His ears, his front nose, or beak. The eyes, the eyebrows. They did an amazing job with this figure. Let's see if you can open his mouth. You are able to. And inside, you got his 2 teeth up in the front, his fangs, his 2 bottom teeth, and his tongue. So this is how, I don't think you can open any wider, but this is as wide as it's going to open, and it does close, but doesn't close all the way. You know, you see his cheeks around here, looking good. Rotates. You know, as you look, you can see that there are actually quite a few layers on this figure. So you got one for his collar there, just to make it look like it's not all one piece, and then you got his torso, then you got the bottom where his legs are. So you got 1, 2, 3 to make it look like it's you know, it pops out a little bit more. But let's go with his torso. Turns all the way around. His arms, 360. He got, what, I wouldn't say they're double jointed, but actually they might be. But you know, his arms bend quite good. There you go. The hands here, so when he's eating his slime balls or the popcorn, you know, like even his hands, like if you look at his hands, they got a little bit of color onto it near his fingers. You know, it's not just brown, there's a little bit of yellow around to it as well. Like even the detail with his palms, you know, they did a good job with that. You know, his legs, karate kick, not quite. Backwards, oh, backwards actually, okay. See what they did here. So you are able to go all around, but in a different way. Looks like he could do the splits. No, just almost there. Jean-Claude Van Damme, or should I say Chuck Norris? Nah, Jean-Claude Van Damme, he was the one, his splits was crazy. But anyways, let's go look at this. His knees, see how much they bend. This is how much is going. His foot, I'm not even gonna, oh yeah, his foot does have a few pivot. Yeah, there's a spot here where it goes, you're able to move it, but I'm not too sure. Might have to soften them up a little bit. You know, other than that, his feet do move. His feet look quite big though, so I'm not too sure. You know, in the TV show, you barely ever saw his feet, so I'm not too sure how big his feet are supposed to be, but this is it right here. You know, the paint app is pretty good. Painted his toenails, I guess. And underneath, the dog paw look-alike. But other than that, this figure's amazing. Like, there's really not much to complain. You know, his size might be a little bit bigger than the regular NECA figures, but you know, if you just put him by himself on a display, he's gonna look great. You got his tail right here. Doesn't move, but let's get to the accessories and let's see what kind of goodies we got. Okay, so we got this popcorn in a bowl. You know, red bowl's a little bit matte with a little bit of shine to it. The popcorn detail looks amazing. Right, you got that yellow buttery look, and then you got that white popcorn there. Let's see how close I can get this. Like, looking good. You can use this with, other figures, as many of the accessories could be used with many things, many other figures for dioramas and whatnot. But looks good. Next, the slime balls in a. This just looks like a, I don't know, a garden bag, a small garden bag, and it's not even a paper. It's not even a paper bag, I don't think. But they did put some paint on there, make it look a little old. And the slime ball itself, probably got about a dozen in there. Looking good. Even the detail for the slime balls, like they even use some black wash in there just to get the green to pop out a little bit, and for those indents, those holes in those slime balls. But that's for the slime balls. Now let's go with the, I don't even know what to call this, Fusco. It's supposed to be a Pepsi bottle, Pepsi can, but maybe they didn't get the rights, or they used whoever they came up with, Alf. I guess that's his name or his last name, but the can even looks good. You don't get too many cans with just the top, as simple as the top detail looks. You don't get too many accessories with the tab and inside of that tongue there. But the can looks good. All right, what's next? You got the Subway cat, the cat in the sub. I'm not too sure. This, I think, I don't know. Maybe I have to go back, but I don't think this is. This doesn't look like Lucky. Like, if you go back, I think Lucky had he had a few different. I don't know. Maybe they didn't get the rights to use Lucky, but the cat looks good. Looks like they might have rushed on the paint apps around here, around the paw. I don't know what these little brown stripes are, these brown marks here on the cat, but might just be to make the fur pop out. You got the eyes. The eyes look good. The nose. The tail there. You got the sub sandwich. Detail on that looks good. And the plate. This is for sure matte. That popcorn bowl had a little bit of shine to it, but this is what it's gonna look like. And what got to me was that, watching the show when I was younger, when I found out that Alf was gonna come, NECA was gonna release Alf. The first thing that I knew was that, man, didn't this guy eat cats? And to have this accessory is pretty crazy, because you're not gonna get any show right now, for that matter, to have any alien or anything eating cats like that. That show is gonna get canceled for sure. But what we got here is, I guess, the radio. I want to see how close I can get it before it starts to blur out. But this is the radio here. Detail on that looks good. I got that shiny silver for the knobs. Right, even the top part where the screws are. Even this part right here looks good. They're paying attention to detail. Those, I guess, what are they called? Air breather holes. back here, or even this wire is, I think it's made by like it's rubbery plastic, and it is flimsy. It moves, so you are able to move this around one side to another. The microphone looks good. Right, got that old microphone look. You know, even the detail on the microphone looks amazing. Well, let's go. Last, the picture frame. The picture of his, the one and only. You know, it's the picture does look a little bit blurry, like it was a small picture at first, and they kind of blew it up to the size, and it kind of lost quite a bit of its pixels, or they meant to do that because of how pictures were back in the day, and it wasn't as clear as how pictures are now. But you see, you got this nice gold picture frame, vintage look. Right, like back in the day, like I think my parents had a picture frame that looked like this. Had that silver, but this is the picture there. And last but not least, the accessory that, you know, a lot of people probably remember is his shirt. You know, I'm gonna put it on in a bit, but you know, let's look at how this shirt was made. Now you get the small buttons here, which I always like. You know, it's held on by Velcro. You know, I got this design here. I've seen and heard people say this is a, you know, like a Hawaiian shirt, but to me, the color may be a Hawaiian shirt, but just the shirt itself, is not a Hawaiian shirt. Like you got, like, you know, like there's no palm trees, there's no nothing, and this shirt was, you know, I don't even, on the TV show, he never even wore this shirt. This is from, it's got to be from somewhere else, like the cartoon show or something like that. But like I think right in the beginning of the cartoon show, where the intro of it, I think he wore something like this. But I don't think the TV show itself he ever wore anything like this. But the shirt looks good. We will put him on in a bit, but let's go with his hands. You know, you got his two gripping hands. I'm guessing to grip the Pepsi Cola bottle. You know, really not much to explain, but something's going on here, because I thought it was my camera at first, but it looks like this, you know, this left hand, the color's a little bit different than, okay, never mind, they're both left-handed. Let's see if there's any other paint apps that are different. So it looks like this hand, out of all the hands that I got, are different. Right, the color app is different. This one has more of a glow to it, or should I say they put more black wash into it to make the fur glow a little bit more. But, you know, the paint is a little bit different. This is as close as it's gonna get for one of the hands. So I don't know if you guys will get something like that, but the rest of the hands look good. You know, you got his pointing finger hands, you know, the left and the right. You got this other gripping hand right here. And you got, I'm pretty sure this is to hold the microphone hand, but other than that, looks pretty good. And there you have it, ALF, Right here, totally forgot earlier, guys. His glasses. The last accessory of them all. Right, looking good. I'm gonna put it on him. So there you go. This is what he looks like with it on. I'm not too sure how it's actually supposed to go on because it doesn't go behind his ears. I'm not even sure it's even supposed to go on him. But this is how I got the glasses on. You know, just pinched on by his outer ears. But this is him right here, Elf, with the shirt. Whoops. You got the picture frame. You got the cat, who's not lucky. You got his hands, the slime balls, popcorn, the Pepsi Cola, and the radio. Now, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Please check out my other videos, and we'll see you next time. Peace.